Thank you. Contact Newcastle radar.
Let's see how long we can get the battery life on this to go for. So good afternoon everyone from Newcastle International Airport, and we've got the Saudi A320 departing to Jeddah, Hotel Zulu Alpha 3, and that should be going in a few minutes. There is an EasyJet A319 just about to land, but let me know if you can hear the live stream alright and that the audio and video is okay, just in case we need to make any changes, but it's looking okay on the live stream. Aviator Adam, good afternoon, lovely to have you on board. Just making sure that is all working. That sounds okay on the phone. Got an EasyJet just on the ILS, and then over to the left hand side we've got a Loganair Embraer 1. All good Adam, fantastic mate. Got Loganair's Embraer 145. The two buses in the background there were used to take the team over to the Saudi A320, and yeah, obviously just waiting now for that to depart. The crew have already called for clearance, so it should be only a few minutes till they get engine start and be on their way. All good as well Mason, fantastic mate, that's great. So just pan back to there. Got two people watching right now, it's great. Please feel free to share the live stream folks and whatnot. So the EasyJet A320 is just at the top there. You should be able to see that there. That's EasyJet from Belfast. It might look a little bit blurry perhaps. So this is the first live stream since September last year now, so it's been a little while, and it's good to be back again. Yeah, we might get the 737 MAX coming in. There's also KLM Embraer 175 due in, so we'll see how long the laptop battery lasts, and we might get that as well. But don't hold out any hopes, because as you all know, this battery does have a tendency to die prematurely. Alright, I've just zoomed out, you can see the EasyJet just at the top of your screens there, and that's arriving from Belfast. We've got 8 people watching. Class 43 LNER, good afternoon to you as well, welcome to the live stream, lovely to have you on board. Still no call yet for engine start for the Saudis. This should be going in a few minutes. There's EasyJet A319 just about to land. And that's down on runway 25. got about 20 viewers now, so good afternoon to each and every one of you from Newcastle International Airport. And so the stream today is just basically going to be as long as the battery will hold out. So it could be 30 minutes, could be 40 minutes. We'll just see how it goes. But I'm hoping it lasts long enough for us to get this A320 anyway. So we'll see how things go. Also, today's live stream is should be in 50 frames as well, so the quality should be a lot better. Sound should be better. So let me know in the comments if that's working well. There is also a TUI Airways 737 MAX Golf Tango Uniform Mike Kilo, and that is running a few minutes late. So if the battery lasts, we should get that, but we'll see how it goes. As a lot of you will know, Newcastle United has just been taken over in the last few months by a Saudi-led consortium, and they won yesterday whilst playing against Leeds United. So the team's now flying today away for a friendly game in Jeddah, and flying on board an A320 on a direct flight there. So quite impressive, and who knows, maybe the start of some more new flights, hopefully, or some interesting movements. Yeah, we're definitely not going to be live for the Emirates 777. That's probably being a little bit optimistic. I think if we manage to get this A320, we'll be doing quite well. EasyJet just arriving on stand. You all might hear a little bit more wind noise. The breeze has just picked up a little bit, so the audio might not be as good. Yes, they are. They're going to Saudi Arabia, indeed, yes. At the moment, I seem to have misplaced my handkerchief. So still no call up yet for engine start, but it shouldn't be too long in theory. And Mark Hillings, yeah, the angle, it does show the dip in the runway, you're right. It's particularly noticeable from this side of the hill, and also the spot a little further on. You can see that it's pretty distinctive from the 2.5 threshold down into the middle, and then from there up toward the 07 side. So yeah, it's quite impressive, especially if you get the Emirates 777 or the TUI Dreamliner. Then those movements are always impressive to see, rolling up the hill and then straight ahead, and vice versa. The TUI 737 MAX is arriving in 29 minutes, flying over Nottingham. Fantastic. We've also got the KLM Embraer 175 Papa Hotel Echo Extreme Mike. That's just over Harrogate, and should be landing in about 22 minutes, so that one shouldn't be too long. It's 12:29 at the moment. Saudi A320 still hasn't called up for engine start as of yet. They have received their clearance to Jeddah, and also if you go on to Flight Radar 24, you'll see that the A320 is showing up on there as well. So just trying to find the TUI. Oh yes, there it is. TUI Thompson 3 Whiskey Juliet from Turin, due in 24 minutes. And again, I'm not very confident the battery will last that long, but we'll wait and see. See if there's any other movements due. Let's have a look. 12:40, 1:10. There's no other departures either, other than the Saudi, so that's pretty much it really. And that was in a 757. Nice one, nice one. Well, the impressive bit to me is always the taxiway down Delta. So you can see just over there toward the end of the taxiway that dip down there. And if you ever walk around there, you'll see there's lots of drainage ditches having been dug out on the left and right hand side, and it's used to be quite a bad spot for flooding, and that was a few years back. And yeah, again, all down to the layout of the airfield, and it's quite impressive. It's quite impressive. Sunlight is just making a little bit of an appearance. The fire station over there, and the salter and gritters. That Cessna 172 that departed, that's actually heading to Blackpool. So they're heading down to Blackpool, so they're not going to be back till much later on today, if that is, even if they are back today. So yeah, I don't believe they'll be back anytime soon. Wind isn't too bad at the moment. You can see the Ranger vehicles just approaching the runway there. And looks like they're just about performing an inspection. So that's the Ranger vehicle just asking permission to cross over to the Golf apron, and that's where the A320 is parked. So pretty sure they'll be going fairly soon. Not sure if they'll need a marshal out on stand, or they'll be able to taxi out, I'm not sure. So either way, that's the Ranger just heading over to where the A320 is. So we've got still about 20 viewers on YouTube, so thanks to everyone for joining. Should have had a little bit of activity by now, but still nothing, and hopefully we'll get something in the next 10-15 minutes, just otherwise the battery life isn't going to keep this up, unfortunately.
Somebody get a marshal it off stand, please. Ranger 2, yeah, roger, I'll get Ranger 1. Okay.
They're just actually organising a marshal out for the A320, so Ranger 1's going to be called on to marshal the A320 out, but that's probably still going to be at least another few minutes away yet, so we'll wait and see until that all happens. But for now, KLM's flying over Darlington. Yes, he is indeed. Yeah. Still, KLM's not too far out. In all likelihood, we're going to see the KLM before we see the Saudi A320. But we'll just hang the fire and see what happens. But, that's Ranger 1 just there.
Yeah, the one on 62, sorry, tab 60, I'll just let him go up himself. 62,
So apparently no marshaller required. But still,
Ranger 2 +3, apron, request cross runway via Golf, taking a Bravo, stand 25.
62 +3, cross runway 25 via Golf Business.
so no marshaller required. Yeah, it's fairly near anyway. That's something.
Ranger 2 +3, crossing runway via Golf, taking a Bravo, stand 25.
So Ranger 2 is just about across the runway. Still, there's no call up yet from the Saudi for engine start, but should be in a minute. That's the actually, well, there's some activity. That's the steps for the aircraft and the baggage trolley. That's them just being moved back to the north side. Now they would have been there to take the team's luggage and also to provide steps to the front of the aircraft. So they're just heading back now, so hopefully the engine start should be any minute now, really. James Fairweather, hello mate, lovely to have you on board. Yeah, cold on the freightway. Yeah, it's fairly breezy up here as well, but it's not too bad, it's been worse. It's not as cold as sometimes when you come when the weather's bad and it's gusting, say 50-60 mile an hour, and then it's really cold if the temperature's low. So yeah, it's not too bad overall. Well, that's them just taxiing. That's them just going over to the north side of the airfield. I'm just heading over to stand 25. And so the Saudis should be calling up really any minute now, to be honest. So yeah. So Rockwell Commander 112. nice. I think that that Rockwell could be going somewhere else. Actually, that's quite interesting. The Cessna 172, which departed for Blackpool, they've actually just made a U-turn over, or they're holding near and around Durham. So they were supposed to be going all the way down to Durham. Well, that's just a small hold for now, or doing a bit of sightseeing, I'm not sure. But they could be coming back. KLM's just on the downwind leg now, and we probably only have another 10 or so minutes of battery life, folks, so it's not going to be we're not going to last that long, unfortunately. That's a Ranger just pulling over. Got the loader and the steps and everything just heading over to the North Apron. And fingers crossed we do manage to get this live, because we're already 10-15 minutes delayed, so yeah. If this the aircraft doesn't call up in the next couple of minutes, we might just have to record this and then upload it, unfortunately. Just like to bring it live, but I just don't think the battery life's going to hold out that long, unfortunately, especially in cold weather. Cold weather, you can guarantee it's another 10-15 minutes off what you can expect, say, during the summer or whenever. But yeah, you just want a wave to Joel in. Golf Bravo Oscar, somebody has just called for clearance. Mickey 9 NUFC, good afternoon to you. Jamie Hayden, hello mate, lovely to have you on board. How are you keeping? And Zane, hello, welcome to Livestream, great to have you on board. Still no call out yet. I'm doing very well, thanks mate. I'm doing very well, thank you. Just first time down to the airport in 2022, so nice movement to get, and yeah, not too bad. Ian, good afternoon. This one is on top of the hill. If you look on Google Maps, the actual location's on Google Maps. It's a little bit of a walk, but it's well worth it for the view you get at the top. Ian, good afternoon, how are you doing? Lovely to have you on board. You heading Blackburn soon to watch Whitley Warriors in an ice hockey match. Very nice, very nice. That'll be a cool one to watch. So this Saudi should have departed 10 or so minutes ago. They got clearance. They got clearance nearly 25 minutes ago. So yeah, he's still running a few minutes late, and I'm just going to check the laptop battery to see how much we've got left. We've still got about 60% left. But that means nothing, because the last time we had about 50% left, and then about 10 minutes later the battery just suddenly died, so we've got to hope that the aircraft departs in the next few minutes. KLM is on final approach. You can see his lights there just in the distance on the approach to runway 25.
Good afternoon, Hotel Zulu Alpha 3.
Hotel Zulu Alpha 3, Newcastle Airport.
You still requesting requesting settle.
Hotel Zulu Alpha 3, start please, information gathered.
Newcastle Airport, hello mate, lovely to have you on board. How are you doing?
Newcastle Tower, good day, KL 959 on the island 25.
So we've got the Saudi has just called up there for engine start, so should be going in the next few minutes. And also on final we've got the KLM Embraer 175. So finally a little bit of activity, and hopefully we manage to hopefully the battery manages to last this time. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. KLM is just at the top of the screen. You probably can't see him just yet, he's a little bit out of focus. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit and excuse the drunk camera motion, but I'm just going to try a manual focus shot. So anyway, while we're doing all this folks, please do feel free to share the live stream, and the Saudi A320 will be departing in the next 4 to 5 minutes, engine start and whatnot, and then should be good to go. Now we're just panning upwards and you should see the KLM Embraer, there it is, and that's the KLM Embraer 175, Papa Hotel Echo X-Ray Mike from Amsterdam Schiphol, KL 959, and this aircraft was delivered in February 2017. Also on the downwind leg we've got a TUI Airways 737 MAX Golf Tango Uniform Mike Kilo, and that's going to be landing in a few minutes as well, so hopefully we get this Saudi A320 and also the 737 MAX as well. Right, I'm just going to have to put my phone off for 1 second just so I can film this properly. There we go, that's the Embraer 175 just touched down. Saudi is on Golf stand. Yeah, I've just seen that. Thanks, Mark. We watched before, just a little bit earlier on in the live stream, and saw the buses which took the team over there, because initially when I was walking up the hill I was a little bit confused because I could see the white tail of the TUI Airways 737 Golf, I think it's Tango Uniform Kilo November, but I couldn't see any other tail, and then it became clear that obviously they're parked over on the Golf apron. You would have thought the flight at Jeddah would be on a Neo. Well, this A320 is more than suited to this flight, especially as it's not like the plane's going to be full or anything. So yeah, it's more than capable. We've got over 60 viewers now on YouTube, so good afternoon to each and every one of you. If you're just joining us, the Saudi Airbus A320 carrying the Newcastle United football team is about to depart in about 2 or 3 minutes time. The crew have got the clearance and will be taxiing in just a couple of minutes time, heading to Saudi Arabia, where Newcastle United is going to be playing a friendly game in Jeddah. So that's going to be happening in just a couple of minutes' time. Ian Mitchell, hello, welcome to the live stream. Lovely to have you on board. And a big welcome to everyone who has tuned in. And also, as well as the live stream, folks, just to let you know that a playback version, so recording of this live stream will be available once we've concluded.
Hotel to the Alpha 3, taxi holding point Golf, journey 1031.
Taxi holding point Golf 1031, that is the Alpha 3.
That's a Saudi A320, just got taxi clearance, so they should be going from our right hand side in just a second. So if you keep your eye out over just behind the building there, you'll see the A320 just taxi out. And again, folks, fingers crossed that the battery doesn't suddenly die on us. If it does die, I'm very sorry, but the main focus is going to be on filming this A320, so fingers crossed we managed to get the whole thing. There it is, folks. You can see the A320 just taxiing there on your right hand side. There's the tail of it. So there's the A320 just holding short of runway 25 with the Newcastle United team on board. It's coming out, that's it there, Mark, there she is. And should be departing any minute now. So there's also the TUI 737 MAX. The TUI 737 MAX is just on final, so we'll pan over to that just before he lands in a second. But that's the movement we've been waiting for just about an hour, and great to see.
Hotel Alpha 0, Newcastle Tower, good afternoon. Continue southbound, traffic is Chelsea in the right hand.
Wonder who they've charted off. So there is more information on this particular A320. I don't have it. I don't have it immediately to hand, but it is basically a chartered aircraft. But yeah. Don't forget, folks, please do leave a like on the live stream, share it if you know anyone who'd be interested in seeing this A320 depart live. You can follow this flight on Flight Radar 24, and do consider subscribing to the channel. So thank you. Right, the TUI 737 MAX is just on final now, so we're going to pan over to this and get this 737 MAX landing. So that's it just there. It's a little bit out of focus. zoom in a little bit. There we go.
Newcastle, good afternoon, 532 Foxtrot, South 2, Elvis 19, connect 1031 way.
Well, that's the TUI 737 MAX on the ground. Golf Tango Uniform Mike Kilo. And that's just, oops, that's just... Right now the Saudi A320 is just received permission to so the A320 is going to backtrack down the runway, vacate Charlie, and then taxi to holding point Delta 1. Alpha Star Aviation, that's it, Mark. Thank you, Newcastle Airport. Cheers, mate. Alpha Star Aviation VIP configured, so it's more than capable of doing the flight. Flight's probably about 6 hours. Yeah, it's about 6 and a bit hours, but there it is. The plane I was just taking photos of was the TUI 737 MAX. It's just taxiing to the left hand side, but the light on it was beautiful. But like I say, we're focused on this Saudi at the moment, so we'll keep the camera rolling on that as long as the battery allows. And so the crew is going to backtrack down, vacate to the left at Charlie, and then down toward Delta 1. So instead of doing a backtrack and then a 180 turn. Unfortunately, yesterday I couldn't get the arrival of this aircraft, sadly due to being at work. But yeah, it's just a nice opportunity, first visit of 2022, to get this A320 departing, so it's not a bad movement. That's the crew just taking that left turn at Charlie, and then they'll continue down Delta.
Okay, taxi holding point Delta 1, we'll be ready at the end of the
Got nearly 70 viewers at the moment, so big hello to each and every one of you. And I hope you're all enjoying the live stream as well, folks, so it's great to have you all with us. And that's the Saudi A320 clear for takeoff. So here we go, folks. Movement we've been waiting a little while for, and Saudi A320 to Jeddah with Newcastle United on board. So don't forget to share this. You can track the flight on Flight Radar 24, and even better, you can see it departing live here. So, and just fingers crossed the battery can last another 2 minutes, so we can. So you can all see it live. He's taking his time getting onto the runway. He's going about it at a leisurely pace. How often do you get to see an A320 flying direct to Saudi Arabia from the UK? Other than London Heathrow with Saudi Arabian Airlines, not very often, so pretty cool to see. Oh, you came across this live stream, fantastic. Well, welcome on board, it's lovely to have you with us. That's the A320 rolling now. There we go, folks, that's the